Hello, my name is Laura and I am polyamorous in life and in knitting. This podcast is mostly about my knitting. This is episode 3 and I am recording this video in 29th of November. Yeah, and I want to film this episode before it's December, and I will try to do my vlogmas then. So today I am showing you all of my WiP's. That means works in progress. But first I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing. Today I'm wearing 2 objects that I made myself. This hat is the first one. This is an old hat. I don't know if I can show it properly. I've knit this in maybe 2010, 9 or 10, and I used the scrap yarns from our son's woolly diaper pants. They were using cloth diapers, and I knit woolly pants to put over them. And these are different kinds of merino yarn that I had used for those pants, and because there was some leftovers, I knit a hat for myself. The next item is this sweater that I'm wearing. This is quite low contrast. It was supposed to be more contrasty, but I ordered the yarn online and I didn't see them together, but I knit them with this yarn anyway. This pattern is Kelosias by Jennifer Steingass. I'm trying to show you the yoke, if you can see it. I think the pattern is beautiful. I would like for it to be more obvious so you could see it better, but I still like this, and I don't mind that it's not that contrasty, because I like dark colors and low contrast things. So the yarn I used is Ruskanlehti Polvart DK, and the colorways are Asphaltti, this dark gray one, means asphalt, and Huuma is this purple one. I don't know how to say it in English. Well, it doesn't matter. It is Huuma anyway. Can you see the color? Maybe. The needles I used were 3.5 millimeter needles on the. This is like this rolled headway in Finnish, like I don't remember the word in English. And in these ribbings, and there is a split hem in the bottom here. And I used 3.75 millimeter needles on the collar work and 4 millimeter needles on the body. I am quite new at this color work and stranded knitting thing, so it's not perfect. It's puckering a bit here. I guess there's nothing I can do about it anymore. I don't want to knit it again, so I'll just wear it. Yeah, but I like this. I like the yarn. It's soft but still woolly, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Now let's move on to the WiP's. I have 8 of them. I thought that I would have 9 to show you, but I finished one of them yesterday, so that's an FO, but I won't show it to you because it's for a friend and I want her to be the first one to see it. But The first WiP I'm going to show you is this beanie that I started from this Asfaltti Ruskanlehti Polvart DK, but I had left a little less than a skein of this, and I thought that I would knit a beanie for myself. It's not far yet. This is going to be Vattuniemi beanie by Sari Nordlund from this book Neulematkalla. I will show you what it's hopefully gonna look like. If I can find. Well, how do I show you this without showing the pattern? It's going to be like this. So there is some cabling and those wobbles that I like, but I not like making, but I like watching them and touching. The needles that were in the pattern were bigger than mine, because I think that I have a tiny head, because my hats are always too big. So I'm using 3mm needles for the ribbing, and then when I start to do the upper part of this, I'm going to use 3.5mm, and I'm using these Knit Pro Symphony needles. I think these wooden needles are quite nice with this yarn. I don't like them with all the yarns, but with this yarn it works quite well. And this is a 40cm circular needle. And I have these stitch marks. This is an old earring that I'm using. And the other one is the one I made, not from scratch, but from parts. This was this came with the Chaugu set of shorties, the thick one, or the large. And this is just this snowflake part. I ordered some of these from this crafty store because I wanted to make these stitch markers for myself. And it is living in this bag, which was the first project bag I made for myself. It has two different kinds of strings. This is from my old pants, and there is this sheep keyring from Arikka. I got this from a kid when I was working with some quite small kids. And this is just some, I don't know where this is from, but this was in my stash. This was the one I wanted to practice making on these project bags. So this is the first one. It is the same sheet fabric I have on the other bags, and the old baby sling too. Yes, that was that. The next one is, you have seen this before, so I will just show you it quickly. This is just a bag that I have. It is good for this project. These are Fissuset socks for Kuru, our 16-year-old son. These are going to be long socks, like over the knee socks. And I promised to knit this for him for Christmas. But I think I will manage to make them. This project keeper is, I put it where I last showed you this. So I have knit 3 more sets of fishes after it. And this was an old earring that I got from my mother-in-law, but I lost the other one, so I have lost quite a lot of the other earrings. I don't know, my I think my right ear is where it just drops off, so I have a lot of these, like not pairs, but just one earring. So I made these project keepers from them. And here's also another snowflake. And I am knitting this in, the yarn is Kaupunkilanka, Kivijalka. It's a Finnish brand, not Finnish wool, but anyway. This petrol and black. And the fish are made from different kinds of scrap yarn. What I have just a bits left. And the needles I use are these Chaugu Shories. I haven't knit socks with them before, but I was thinking that because the circumference is quite big in the beginning, so I will knit with these as long as there's this color work, and when it's just, you know, straight knitting, then I will magic loop with longer, because I think I like knitting in this small circumference with this like short circular needles. I think I prefer it. But if it's too short, like in the smaller pieces of a sock, then I think that it will be too fiddly to knit with, because they just get smaller and smaller, and it would be like this, because the needles are quite small. But yeah, that's and I hope that I will get them done by Christmas. The next one is also a Christmas gift. This will be socks for Arni. He wanted me to make some socks for him. And I am knitting this Metsäsukat by the designer name is HNNMR Design. Her name is Hanne-Mari, so it comes from that. I will write it here so you can see. And I've just started to make this cuff for the sock, but I like this pattern. This I'm doing with the magic loop and 2.5 millimeter needles, so I hope they won't be too big, not too small either. And the yarn is Finnish wool. This is Ravelry Onervainen. So it is Finnish wool and 15% nylon, and it is a DK weight, 270 meters per 100 grams. And the colorway is Sinilevä 0943. It's a Finnish dyer. It is rustic wool. I think he's very, very sensitive, but I think he can manage it with socks. I hope. He doesn't wear anything under them, but he just wears woolly socks every day. And this bag is not a project bag, but it is now, because my sons have got these different kinds of bags when they have ordered plushies online. They are like gaming figures, and often they come in these bags, and they have given me the bags for project bags, which is nice. I like this. This fabric is nice and kind of sturdy, not too floppy. At least some of the bags are quite floppy and it's difficult with the needles. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. And you have seen this one too, in a bag made by me from old baby slings. There is this Hinterland by Jennifer Steingas. I have knit a bit after I showed this to you last time. This is where I was, so I've knit 4 centimeters maybe. I was thinking that, what will I do with this? Will I knit this? Will I frog this? Then I tried it on and it was nice, and I decided that I will knit this. But I think I will make it short-sleeved. I'll show you a picture what it's supposed to look like. It's gonna be like this. But I was thinking that I maybe would like for it to be short-sleeved. And the yarn I'm using is Mondim by Retrosaria. It is a fingering weight Portuguese wool. It is a sock yarn, kind of. There's no nylon or anything, it's just 100% wool. I don't know how it will last in socks, but I like knitting this yarn. It's nice and bouncy. And the color, the contrasting color is this Ruskanlehti. Now I find the tag. Ruskanlehti Polvart. And the colorway is Ruskanlehti. Ruskanlehti means like when the leaves are going yellow and red and orange in the fall. It's ruska. So it's like those leaves. I guess. I like the color. And I like the yarn. So this polo art was fingering weight. I think it's basically the same yarn as this, but this is DK weight, so it's thicker, and this fingering weight is thinner. 400 meters per 100 grams. Yes. Oh, and I am knitting this in, currently I'm knitting this in 3.25 needles, because my color work gauge is quite loose, but I think I will change the needles to 3.75 when I'm done with this yoke. Yeah. And the next one, I'm already to the next page. Yay! Is, I've shown this to you before also. I haven't shown the bag, which is not a project bag, but it is a floppy backpack. Yeah. And this is going to be Anna Huolia Hevosen by Jana Kostet. And I'm almost at the point where I can start making the yoke. I'm done with the body. I'm done with the other sleeve. And I'm almost done with the other sleeve. Also, there's maybe 2 or 3 centimeters missing. So I think I will do that today and combine all the things. The yarn that I'm using is this Gynt by Sandnes Garn. And this gray 1042 is the colorway. And I'm going to knit the horses in this. This name is Gammelrosa, so like old rose color. The needles I'm using are 4.5 on the body and the sleeves, and on the ribbing it was 4 millimeters. Yeah. And I'm thinking that will I do the color work, the horses, in 4 millimeter needles or 4.5. I don't know yet. If there would be a 4.25 millimeter needles, I would probably use them, but I don't have those. I don't know if they even make them. Yes. Now I am going to take a sip of tea. Today I am drinking this my own blend, because I have drank almost all of my teas. I drink mostly green tea and white tea. Very rarely black tea, and sometimes like rooibos or herbal teas. But this is the last of my white tea combined with milky oolong, because I didn't want just the oolong. I wanted to use the white tea I had. It is quite good. Oh, I usually, and now some tea talk. I usually have had a lot of different kinds of teas, but now I am running out of them. And the reason I haven't bought more tea is that I already have a tea Christmas calendar. So I will get a little bag of loose tea every day. And I hope that that will be enough for me for December at least. But I know that there is going to be some black teas too. I probably won't drink them myself. I will give them to my son, the oldest one, because he is a tea person also. But I hope that there will be enough white and green teas for me. Yeah, let's go to the next whip. And this is not a project bag, but this is Della Q Maker's saddle bag. I bought this from Lankakauppa, from you might know her, Jana. She is the podcaster of Finnish knitting stories. But when I bought this, I didn't know that she was the lady I bought this from. Anyway, this is like a bag made for makers, like knitters and crocheters and stuff. There used to be 3 stitch markers in this needle, but one day this had opened, I don't know where, and only 1 was left. I was a bit upset about that. But my own fault, because I didn't just take them and use them when I got this. They were so nice. They were hanging in here. Anyways, this is my bag that I take with me, like my everyday bag. And there is this pocket where there's like this thing for yarn that you can put the yarn coming from this and knit at it, and it won't get tangled with this zipper. And here I have a whip that you haven't seen. This is, well, it's going to be at least Via Hante. It will be a quite large, like a shawl slash ponchos slash scarf. It is knit in this lace weight yarn. This is Cascade Alpaca lace. It is thin and nice. The colorway is 1448. And I started knitting with 2.5 millimeter needles. This first part it was done with those thinner needles, and this rest of the shawl or whatever this is knit in 3 millimeter needles. And it is not very large yet because it's always in my bag, and I just did it when I'm out and about and if I have time to sit and knit for a bit. I've been thinking that maybe I should knit this at home too a bit, because then I would get this done someday, because I'm not going to places at the moment very much, so I don't need this enough. Yep. But I can show you from my iPad what it hopefully will look like one day when it is all grown. Just a second. There. Well, there is one picture. So it can be worn like you can put your head through the hole, or you can wrap it around your neck, or there's another picture. I think it will be nice. But the problem is me. Because, you know, I don't need it enough. And the next one you have seen already, at least once. It is living in this bag made by me. I used to have these frogs in here, but I lost the other one, even though it wasn't on in my ear. But I found this. This is a bola. I used to wear it when I was pregnant on my belly, so the baby could hear this sound. And this is just a cat. Yeah, maybe not so important. Here is my Twists and Turns shawl by Stephen West, as you might know. I am not almost done with this part, but I am done with the other wing. And this is how it's going to be. The other side is going to be a mirror image of this. And when I get this done, this other wingtip, there is going to be only one part left, and it is going to be in here. I don't think that I will make the chevron part, but I will make the part with this accent color under here. And then it will be done. No, it won't. I have made one of these I-cord embellishments in, what is it called? Embellishments, yeah. But I think I'll make the rest when I'm done with the rest. But I will make them. I think they are quite nice. Yeah. And I think I will use this like a wrap. Like on my neck, not so much on my shoulders, I think. Because it's like this very, very, very tall, but not so deep. The stitches are still there. Yay! And the yarn I'm using is Ruskanlehti, tweed, yeah. This is fingering weight also, and the colorway is Ruosteinen naula, which means rusty nail, not snail like I thought. And these are two merino yarns that I dyed myself. This main color is like the kind of burgundy. There is a bit purple in there and something that doesn't belong in there too. And the other is this lilac. It's a bit thicker, but it's okay. I thought it was fingering weight, but I think it's sport weight. But it works with this shawl, I think. This is the first try. When I begin to make this, I made this I-cord and it was there was something wrong with it. So I had to make another one. I'm keeping it here anyways. Yes, and we are down to the last one. You have seen this also in this nice shapeless bag that I got for free. I don't even have needles in this anymore because I took them to the Vattuneni Dupont. I think I've made this one square after I showed this to you. This will be the Coziest Memories blanket, and I am using these DK and worsted weight scraps because I don't have enough fingering weight scraps. But sometimes I might, you know, double some thinner yarn. Here's one doubled. But because this, like DK and worsted weights are in Finland, the most of our woolly socks are made from worsted and not fingering, but DK weight yarn. So that's what we have. Like from the years long gone. And then I have different kinds of pieces of yarn here. I don't know what they are, but I just checked that it will be quite the same thickness. So it will be like, someday it will be a blanket, not for just a doll, but for a grown human being or cats, maybe. If they take it. They are sleeping there. Yeah. That's it for my WiP's. Yeah, and I've always forgot to mention that I will link all the important details in the box below. If you are using your phone, or I don't know how to find them in different devices, but there is this, it says more in the English version of YouTube and muuta in Finnish. So if you would like to, you can click there and you will see, I will link the projects to my Ravelry project pages, and maybe some info on the yarn. Well, at least the projects, and my Instagram link, or the name, which is polyamorous knitter, and in Ravelry you can find me as Onervainen, but I will link that down below for you. So maybe that's it for today, and probably I will come with the Vlogmas stuff to you in a few days. Maybe even the 1st of December or the 2nd. I was planning that I will do 2 episodes or Vlogmases per week, so not every day, because that would be too much, and I probably don't have anything to show you because I just hang around in the house and knit. And then I thought that, like, the weekend episode of the Vlogmas would be like, I would show you some more of my knitting related stuff, like yarn and books and like all the trinkets, like the small stuff that you need when you knit and stuff like that. Yeah, I will, and if my family allows it, I will show our everyday life, but at least from my point of view, I will do that. The 2 smaller sons probably don't want to participate in this. I don't know about the eldest one, who is coming to visit us on 16th of December, yay, with his lovely girlfriend. I won't force them to participate if they don't want to. But if they want to show their faces, then you might see them. But happy end of, why is it so hard? November? Yeah. Happy end of November and the start of December. Bye bye.